Welcome everybody to another episode of Getting Over the Hump by your boy Phoenix Born. You already know it's Wednesday. Kind of hungry, but it's Wednesday. We gonna take care of it. Yeah, I should get food later. But anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about is inspiration, motivation, and just things where you feel certain emotions and you just don't know how to address it, whether to yourself or to express it to others, so on and so forth. So without further ado, we're gonna run it. So the theme for this week is something I have always wanted to address. I just didn't know how to word it, and it's expectations. And really, expectations is things you think should happen, or they should go in a way where they work, where you know the result. That's without using the word expect in the definition. Expectations really mean financial, obviously. As you progress in a career, you expect to get more money. When you're in school, if you study well you study long enough, you're expected a good grade on your exam or to accomplish your degree. Let's say, for example, if you're with friends and you're there for others, you expect them to be there for you on hard times and so on and so forth. Now, with expectations, that really does convolute how you think, especially your way of thinking. If you expect a lot of good things based on your actions, then yes, it'll help. But then there's a downside to where if you expect something to be good because you're doing something good, that other person or that organization may not have the same expectations as you. And that's one of the things you have to keep in mind, especially in the journey that you are in personally. You expect the end goal to be good. You expect it to be a smooth road, a few bumps here and there, but that's never the case. It's very rare for a journey to go from start to finish basically perfect. I've never heard of it, I've never seen it, so I don't believe in all that. When it comes to expectations, especially when it comes to friends, family, and all that, we usually expect them, if we're there for them in hard times and all that, we expect the opposite. We expect them to do it for us. And sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes they disrespect you, they leave you high and dry, so on and so forth. And it's up to you to determine how you react to it. You could be vengeful, you can be spiteful, you can hold a grudge, but then that drains you, especially of all your energy, your time, your thinking. It messes you up in more ways than one. A saying I like to live by is hope for the best, expect the worst. It sounds counterintuitive, but really what it means is you really do hope that your end result is good, but then you're also prepared that, you might get the worst hand in the deck, and that's the card you're gonna have, and you just gotta deal with it. I like that quote. It's something that's helped me along in whatever case I've been doing, whether any project, any goals, any dreams I've tried to accomplish, whether I have or not. It really helps put things in perspective. And you can use it if you like, you don't have to use it. But just remember that when it comes to expectations, as long as you're doing your best, then it doesn't matter what other people think. Some people may not be for you. They'll be against you. They'll consider you as an enemy. They'll talk behind your back, whatever the case may be. As long as you understand why you're doing the things you're doing, whether it's to better your life, to better the life for you and your family, for you and your friends, for you and loved ones, for you and your spouse, whoever it may be, whatever your reason is, you set your expectations. If you set them too high, especially unrealistic, then you're going to expect some negative feedback because you're thinking, I'm going to achieve this, which is the top, but you only reach halfway. So set realistic expectations. There's nothing wrong with setting a little bit over the top, but just remember, the higher the expectation you set, the greater chance of disappointment and frustration you're going to deal with, which will then continue down the road that you're in, where you'll deal with more frustration. You'll want to quit with whatever you're doing. You'll want to alienate yourself. You'll isolate yourself. You'll hold things in. You'll keep them bottled up. You'll explode when it's time to vent. That's just to name a few. But it's not good to set really high expectations at the end, when it comes down to it, you'll always look back at your journey and be like, man, I tried to shoot for the very, very, very top. Basically was impossible, and I didn't make it. And then you'll question yourself, which is not true. You'll question your abilities, which is not true. You'll also tell yourself that there's other people doing better than me because they pulled it off. And yes, they pulled off their journey, whatever they're doing, but just because you gave it your best and you didn't accomplish everything, you still gave it 110%. And a year ago, you wouldn't have even attempted 50%. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode on expectations. Just a little bit different, something I've always wanted to address. Just really didn't know how to do it, but a lot of my personal experience helped me explain everything. So just remember, there's nothing wrong with expectations. Just be kind to yourself. You know, you are doing your best. You're going 110%. Don't worry about what anybody else is thinking. Stick to your support group. And as always, stay safe, take care, and have a good day. Bye.